life.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That was one.
I'm down with this.
That I'm not as tough as I look, you know?
You never really need to be. You know, it's okay. You don't need to be able to take that heat. Like, it's like not a life skill. You don't need that.
Too much heat for my meat, you know? Yeah, you don't put that on a resume or
It doesn't help you at all.
bio, you know?
Hi, I'm Dom Green with Positive People Posse. I'm excited to show you what we call Positive People Posse presents Taco Talks. This is the look and listen from the minds of the businessmen, women, entrepreneurs, and those who enjoy their lives successfully. We're going to discuss their stories over my favorite food, tacos. Bottom line, if you don't like tacos, I don't trust you. I believe that tacos bring us all together. Be sure to follow us at Positive People Posse at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Good vibes, stay positive. It's Positive People Posse presenting Taco Talks. My next guest is called the Commander. He's also called the most infamous ginger in Kansas City, Mr. Weston Bergman.
Damn right.
You ready to talk about it?
I'm ready to eat some tacos.
80s montage shot right here. One more.
Welcome to Tribe. My name is Grant. I'm going to be your server today.
You know, I already know what I did my research.
That's great.
Okay, I have to acknowledge this. Tacos are also my favorite. But there's a lot of places that have tacos, not a lot of places that have Peruvian ceviche. And I know I don't want to with your guys' theme.
Go for it, go for it.
I can put the ceviche in a tortilla if I have to.
No, I like it.
But like you don't see ceviche everywhere.
Let's do that too. So let's just do ceviche.
Ceviche?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You know what? If you could just bring out, you know, one of each.
One of
for
each
me.
tacos?
Yeah, yeah. That'd be awesome, man.
I'll get that in for you.
right.
Did you want anything else, sir?
That'll do it.
All right.
Great,
You want to
appreciate
these?
it.
I'm going to get these out of your way.
That'll be it. Wes, I appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate you inviting me.
Man, you know, it's just lovely seeing your face.
I'm just so happy to be in your presence.
As I said outside, you're the most infamous ginger in Kansas City.
The best looking ginger in the
Okay.
world, actually.
Okay.
I'm the leader of gingers.
I love this quality aspect of you. You know, you're just got that a little bit of ego.
But a little bit. But I mean, it's paying tribute. Okay, so a lot of redheads when you're growing up, we're not as good looking as this.
Yes.
Like we flock. So I spent many of years where I just was not a very good looking guy. And every day of my life I've gotten better looking. And so I'm,
What's your
just
secret?
owning it. It's just every redhead in the world gets better looking every day. And like we just have a lot of longevity.
Yeah.
We just start slow.
So tell me about, who Wes is right now. I mean, I think we all kind of have an understanding who you are, but I don't think that a lot of people know that, you're this entrepreneur. You're a guy who is really self-made in a way.
Well, I'm definitely self-driven, but I'm not self-made.
Yes.
I mean, I have an incredible support structure of friends and family and unfair advantages that happened early in my childhood and all sorts of stuff to where I don't like the self-made stuff. I'm sure that there are obviously self-made people out there, but I'm not one of them. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna claim that. Obama got in trouble like 7-8 years ago. He had some quote. He was talking about startups and small business. He's like, you didn't get here on your own, and all the entrepreneurs in the world like attacked him. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, you guys don't understand, like none of one's really self-made. We all need the government, and we need offices, and we need roads, and we need incubators, and we need investors, and we need customers, and we need, all the podcasts that help promote our stuff. We need all that stuff. It just rises us all up. And so I think the entrepreneurs went too fast, and they have this badge of self-made BS. But the reality is, I might be the leader of my organization, but I'm surrounded by people that help us out and make it all possible.
That's awesome.
But no, what I do is I own what's called a business incubator, which is kind of like a gym for startups, where you pay a fee to get into the gym, and then instead of having treadmills and weights and personal trainers, we have office space and access to investors and consultation and classes and all sorts of things designed to increase an entrepreneur's likelihood of success. and what we get paid in exchange is 5% ownership of each company that comes through our doors. So we really only get paid if we turn the companies into these mega big companies. It has to work.
It has to work.
And otherwise we lose everything.
Sure.
And we do lose everything most of the time, but every once in a while, a big success will come through and it'll be lucrative.
You know, I started writing a book probably about 5 years ago, and I look back on those chapters and I'm saying, okay, I do kind of believe that, but this is how it's changed. And so there's no way I can even produce a book because I'm constantly growing and I'm learning new things and I'm reading different books and meeting different people. You know, that type of influence and stuff, I think that the way what you're saying is like you kind of navigate through life and you kind of pick your roadmap as you kind of just go down the road and, you know, you figure out, you know, maybe some of those insecure sides of a business that you need to address and to make you, you know, more fluid. You know?
Right. Yeah, it's just the scientific method.
Yeah.
So you have a hypothesis and you dip your toe into the water of whatever the cheapest, fastest way is to get data on whether or not your hypothesis is correct. But all too often people are like, okay, I have this hypothesis of I want to, I don't know, mow lawns or whatever. And they build this big, robust thing where they've got all these contractors and designs and architecture and yada, yada, yada. And really it's like just walk your lawnmower to your neighbor's house and ask if they want their lawn mowed and then get feedback about how you did and grow from there. And every day that we get older, we get more like risk averse, and we think that planning takes the risk out of a business opportunity, and it doesn't at all. It almost does the opposite. And so we have to really harness that inner child that would have taken that advice and would have just walked down the street with his lawnmower. And go away from the old person advice that is like, okay, let's sit down and pull out a whiteboard and talk about everything. We'll plan it all out. Like actually children are more instinctually ready for entrepreneurship than adults. If you come into an interview process with me and you've got an MBA or you went to a really good school, you start lower because you're going to be more risk averse. You'll have more other opportunities dragging you in other directions, and you're not as good as getting punched in the face at the other, I don't know, public school kids that maybe didn't are. So we just have better success with those types.
The pampered type.
I got that ceviche here for you.
Oh shoot.
So I think that a lot of people just kind of know you as, you know, this reality thing, this reality guy, you know, but, you know, what I've always seen is a person who's been kind of more passionate. Like, how do you divide up, you know, who you are, you know, because I feel like entrepreneurs
there's
are just kind of like multifaceted.
There's nothing to divide. When I was in first grade, I took a wheelbarrow from my parents' house, walked it down to the Brookside Park, shoveled in all the dirt from the playground, took out all the rocks, all the weeds, and went door to door selling better dirt for gardeners. And there's just been one silly thing after another. It's always just been entrepreneurship. I've been passionate about it and studying it and obsessing over it for my entire life.